Hello everyone, my name is Khalior. I bring to you every week, or at least most of the time, the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what is going on. For posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Saturday, January 27th, 2024. It is currently 11:37 a.m. Eastern Time. It has been 641 days since the official release of Bloodhunt. Currently activated in game, of course, is the Primus Pass, and the current patch is the community update. We are recording this live usually every Saturday, but sometimes it might change once in a while. Follow my socials to know what's up. Normally Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are live with me on Twitch, feel free to ask me questions in the chat to anything that is relevant to what I'm talking about. And as a reminder and a disclosure, no, I am not a game dev. I'm not bound by an NDA, but I'll do the best that I can to explain the news with some reasonable assumptions. And I do not work for Shark Mob. Although a lot of people do. A lot of people think I do. It's okay. Whatever. All right, let's start with your pre-recorded chat. Yes, I already programmed all of your avatars in my second computer. Everything is timed with what I have to say, of course. We're not real. None of us are real. Okay. The first thing that we're going to be talking about is, like, first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. Twitch drops. So, the Twitch drops of the week. Actually, we're going to be covering, like, everything that's also happened last week. So there's going to be, like, 2 weeks that we're going to cover here. So the other week, and is currently happening this week, is we've got the Twitch drops that are up until February 2nd. And these are four cosmetics that you get after watching 4 hours of stream. By blocks of 2, so with 2 hours, and then you claim you've got the milk outfit and Symmetrum. Wait, nope, that's not true. You've got the milk outfit and the Swift Vision eyewear, and then after you claim those, then it starts the timer for the second group, which is the Symmetromania full body tattoo and the Sakura Spectre mask. So total of 4 hours. You can claim those by watching the top 100 streamers whenever they're streaming and they have drops activated. There is this cool, neat little link that exists on Twitch. When you're going inside the inventory section and you're seeing the campaigns, like all of the campaigns of the week, there's a link that says I don't remember exactly how it says, like, all the appropriate channels or whatever. It puts that nice little link where it brings you to Bloodhunt category, but with the filter of has drops, and then you're only going to see the streams that actually have drops. So quick, nice little way to actually see the channels that have been tagged, whether they have drops inside their stream title or not. That's a good way to tell. Yeah, and also a thing that happened last Friday. It wasn't published or anything, but it was inside the Bloodhunt Discord in the Inner Circle chat that right now, the last week, the list of 100 streamers has changed. So here is the current list of top 100 streamers. I've alerted everyone as much as I could during the month of January to let them know that right now, this current list that is live right now, they are going to be the streamers who have drops up until the end of February, up until March. Is it March 1st or March 2nd, when the new bunch of drops is going to arrive. We've got some fixed drops for the entire month of February, and you can only get those from these people. So, Mom, I did it again. Yeah, it happens. But talking about the top 100 streamers, I want to make sure that everyone knows, and it's put out there, and it's going to be very important to know all of this, that I put out a little series of tweets that is called the guide to becoming a top 100 streamer. you want to know how to do it, here's a few like step-by-step indications of exactly what you need to do using the Sully Gnome website to determine if you are in the top 100. Now, granted, everyone that is currently in the list does not necessarily mean that they have the drops. There's a little bit of, nitpicking, not nitpicking, but there's a little bit of, parsing through the list that the community managers have to do before they finalize the list. There's some people that are not supposed to be there, some people that have put in the hours but are, on the blacklist of Twitch drops for Bloodhunt, that are either not on the good side of the community or not in good terms with Sharkmob in general, or have gone through some rules, basic rules that we've got inside the community, and so they're not allowed. So don't necessarily think of watching the top 100 list and thinking these are the exact 100 people. No, there's a little bit of going through the list that needs to happen. Speaking of which, while I've got the image in front of me now, I haven't made like a post specifically about that. I'm gonna do that probably on Tuesday. These are the 6 cosmetics that are going to be up for grabs as drops for the month of February. So from February 2nd to March 1st. Again, the Milk outfit and the Swift Vision eyewear that we've got for these current 2 weeks are going to be there for the whole entire month. So these 2 are there for like a month and a half. And then we've got the Scarlet Centipede tattoo, the Full Swing eyewear, the Angsty mask that we got here, and the Trailblazer female only outfit. These are going to be the drops that we're going to have for February. So, the website, just in case people inside the chat want to have the link, or also all the links, if you're watching on YouTube, all the links are in the description with the timestamps and everything. The website that is being used is called Sully Gnome. It's already this link is already set to 30 days because whenever on the day that they say that they're going to make the list, that is what they're going to grab here. And they're not, by default, it's going to be set to watch time, but you have to set it to stream time. That is the category that they're going to put that in order. Grab the list of how many people, then remove all the people that are not supposed to be there, and then that's how the list is being made. Remember and keep in mind that whenever you're going to be watching this, that the window of 30 days is moving as the days are going along. So you have to keep up with the amount of hours that you're doing, but also the amount of hours that other people are streaming Bloodhunt. As you can see right now, as it was last week, around the level 100 is 16 hours of Bloodhunt being streamed in order to be considered around in the top 100. So right now, as of right now, not a huge step to go over in order to be considered inside the list. Normally, for the longest time, it used to be around 24-25 hours to be in the top 100, which isn't asking for much, not a lot, but that's what we currently have. Now, talking about the people that are not supposed to be on the list, I just wanted to point out that also what happened last week at the same time that the list was being made. Also, Twitch support also made a little article to basically announce something that was already a part of the community rules for Bloodhunt in the inner circle that had been there for the longest time. That was basically drops shouldn't be allowed for streamers that are using static images, rebroadcasts of VODs or footage, or going excessively AFK and stuff like that. Other scenarios where you're not interacting with your community. So there's now some tools apparently for the people that are making the campaigns, aka the community managers, devs, whatever, whoever's responsible inside the game company to like start making campaigns on Twitch. They now have the ability to swap in and out people as they are being reported by the community. By the way, if ever in Bloodhunt community you see some people that are doing any of this kind of behavior, please send a message to any of the community managers or mods. They will be forwarding this to the right people, and they'll be investigating and looking if some people are allowed or not. I want to remind everyone that this rule of AFK, like being against AFK streaming, has been there ever since we started drops with Bloodhunt. So going back as far as August 2022, that's been a part of the rules of the inner circle. So not anything new, it's always been there. And as a lot of you know, like, it comes into waves. We always get some new people that come in, like try to abuse some of the campaigns that we're trying to get together, that we're trying to push forward to like have a little bit more interaction in terms of the streamers for Bloodhunt. And now there's more tools and there's more restrictions that are being put against that kind of behavior. What about AFK streaming and never queue for hours? Well, it depends, okay? It always depends on what you're doing, okay? There's as long as you're still doing content inside the category and that fits the category. For instance, Far and myself, we've been doing a lot of things that are related to Bloodhunt, like organizing events and talking about like different things that have to do with the community. This very stream where I'm doing news is still considered like okay to be a part of the Bloodhunt, like the Bloodhunt category. I'm not playing the game, but it makes sense. I'm talking about the game. I'm doing things related to the game. That's all good. Going AFK for like, let's say you're going for lunch and you're like sharing someone's stream in the meantime while you're eating for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The community managers have a head on their shoulders. They realize like it's just temporary. It's not like the people that are going like, hey, I'm going to sleep and I'm gonna put up a screen, I'm gonna put up the vid of someone else for hours. Like, it has to be excessive, it has to be like repeated behavior. That's when it's just like, okay, you clearly know that you're doing something bad and you're doing it for multiple hours and you expect that no one's gonna report you. Eventually there's people that are going to report you going like, wait a second, you're just farming hours, you're farming ads, you're farming anything. That's not the good way to do things, and Twitch is agreeing with all of that. So take off when they're gonna make an update. Never. Well, not necessarily never, but they've stopped. It has stopped. Actually, the last time that there was a community update, like a patch that was made for this game, was in May 2023. They've been like releasing some things that were inside that patch ever since, and I'm gonna be talking about that in a moment. But yes, thank you for taking the time to write in all caps in the chat for that. So continuing on all of this, now that all of this has been said, hey, look what we got now. Like, for all the people that might even consider trying to abuse the current system that is in place, we got this, what was used to be known as the streamer rewards. Basically the icon and banner, press start and game over, that happened at some point in time. If I remember correctly, it was something about like September or October. Don't quite have a memory for this, but yeah, it was to reward the people who are streaming and basically, you know, broadcasting Bloodhunt on Twitch. Unfortunately, there's no support or things that are being put in place for Kick in this particular kind of stuff or any other streaming platforms. If you want some things for other platforms, there's There are other ways to do that. You can always get in contact with our community manager, Tobias, send him a little DM, and he can always see what is possible and what is not. Most of the campaigns for Bloodhunt are centered primarily on Twitch. But yes, specifically for this one, people have been asking to bring it back, and so I asked, and they said yeah. So, at the end of the month of February, each Bloodhunt streamer who ends up on the top 100 list will receive a game over avatar and banner code that I will be, I will be sending them to you at some point in March. So, same thing as it works normally for the top 100 streamers, but this one is going to be for February. So, starting from February 1st up until February 29th, there you go. You've got your warning, everyone. If you want to get this banner and icon, and if you don't already have them, get to streaming Bloodhunt, and you're gonna have them. Now, I've told you everything, how it's been made. I've showed you the link exactly on where to go on the website to keep track of everything that's going on, just to make sure that you're going to be a top 100. And it says here, list will be made with Sully Gnome using most hours streamed. And also the little warning. Excessive AFK streaming, restreaming, and replaying of someone else's VODs, as referred to as inactive streaming by Twitch and Bloodhunt Inner Circle rules, will not only keep you from being on the list, but will also keep you from earning future drops. Your name, stream name, will be on the blacklist. So be mindful of that. But yeah, some people have been asking to bring that back. I've asked, I got it there. So if ever you want to stream Bloodhunt, if ever you know some people that want to get this banner and icon, spread the word. Let's get a lot of people streaming Bloodhunt. There's other reasons why this is back and why I've been pushing for this to be back. Don't worry, I'll get to that at some point. By the way, they're not necessarily called press start and game over when you look at them inside the game. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that they've unlocked them, but they can't necessarily change the name. So it's very funny. They're called A080 and B090. These are their names, unfortunately, as they are in the game. There's no way to change that. It happens once in a while. It's just things that they couldn't change and that they're not going to change because all we got is community managers. So that all being said, spend a lot of time, maybe a little too much time. Hello, Kate. We're going to be talking about a quick recap because I know it's, like I said, it's been 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, we're going to speed through all of this. The community voting that's been happening. Here you go. So for the week of January 14, the results that we got back at the time, back in those days, is just for, like, why I'm doing this when you already all know all of this. It's for archival. It's basically I can go back to my videos and I can see the screenshots right there and I can see the stats. So if ever, like, any kind of, like, other photographs and things that I've got, or, like, screenshots that you take about everything, at least I've got all of this right there. If ever there's a mistake, to go like, here's the screenshot. So the maps at 39%, weapons at 49%, and artifacts at 48%. That was rooftop, restaurant, slaughterhouse, and harbor. Legendary weapons, we had toggler, auto shotgun, Tommy gun, and silence SMG at 49%. So that was actually that is actually no surprise. And for the artifacts, the book and boots at 48%, very, very, very popular. So good job, community. That was exactly what I was thinking that was going to happen. And for the voting choices that we had that week, I'm just going quickly. So the options that we had that week were, we had Eye of Thorns and Boots, we had the Book and the Crow and the Hand and the Ram. That was looking into Nope, that was good. No, that was, that was looking into the week for the FUNament and we had to be very careful what we were looking for. For the TDM options, Rooftop Restaurant, Red Light, Abandoned Mall, Library, Divine Disco, and Graveyard, and option 3, Harbor, Memorial Park, and Railway Station. And for legendary weapons, we had the double tap, dual crossbows, marksman rifle, and Tommy gun, hunting rifle, double barrel, silence, SMG, and crossbow. And option 3, toggler, burst rifle, pump shotgun, and revolver. My revolver, and then the revolver didn't get chosen because after that, the results that we got, which are the results of what we currently have in the game right now. I know I have to every time that it's there. I have to. I'm one of the, like, you and me, Kate, if there's anything you and I agree, Gold Revo must be in game. You know, that is one of the things that we are 100% like on the same level, on the same page about that. So what we currently have in game right now is for TDM maps at 50% of the votes. Rooftop Restaurant, Red Light, Abandoned Mall. I think that we have the community is having an unhealthy obsession with Rooftop Restaurant and Red Light. It's starting to become a little bit like obsessive. We need other maps, guys. For legendary weapons, we have hunting rifle, double barrel, silence, SMG, and crossbow, but at 35% of the votes, meaning the community was pretty divided exactly on which one of the 3 options we were going to have. I myself have, I haven't been playing the game, but you know, I've been seeing some streams with some of the golden crossbow that you can distinguish by the orange gas that's been popping up left and right. And we got the book and crow at 37%. Some people were saying like, yes, people celebrating. Yes, you're not choosing hand. Everyone's like, yeah, but at 37% of the votes. That's pretty much, again, the community divided. When it's in the 30s, like, I consider that community is divided. Community is not sure. There's not a clear, decisive winner. So, you know, you have to look at different kind of scenarios before you make that kind of decision. But, yeah, that's the result, and this is what we currently have this week now. Here's the interesting thing. Now, if you haven't done it, and you're here right now, you're listening to me, and you're not playing any game currently at the same time you're listening to me, load up Bloodhunt. Make sure your votes are locked in, because these are the choices that we have this week. This week, for artifacts, Boots and Book, Eye of Thorns and Hand of Glory, and the Ram and the Crow. I think that the winner is going to be pretty obvious. It's going to be Book and Boots. The way that the votes have been going these last few weeks, I would be surprised if Book and Boots isn't selected by the community. But artifact voting has been very wild some weeks. You never know. You never know exactly what's going to happen. For TDM, we've got Rooftop Restaurant, Railway Station, and Burning Church, Memorial Park, Old Town Square, and Divine Disco, and Skybar, Rodolphinum, and Slaughterhouse. Now, you know me. You know what I'm gonna tell you, like, about which option not to choose. And I was saying, maybe a Rooftop Restaurant, maybe we can take a break. So I would say, unfortunately, as much as sometimes there are weeks that I can't stand Divine Disco, maybe option 2 would be, like, if you're asking my suggestion, community, I would say option 2 would probably be a good change of pace inside the people that like playing TDM. Personally, we're gonna see. But now, here is the big revelation. As was predicted, as was expected, dual SMGs are going to be a part of the game next Monday, or like late Sunday evening, depending on exactly where you are in the world. We've got the dual SMGs as the first option and as the first choice in all the options, so we're gonna get some gold rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tats all over the place. I wonder how loud the sound is going to be. I wonder how much bullets we're gonna have in there. It's always fun to discover exactly what are the mystical, magical properties of a new golden weapon. We're gonna see. But what do we have? We have double barrel hunting rifle and dual crossbows. Very explosive option 1. Option 2, got dual SMGs. We got the silence SMG for a lot of SMG on SMG action. Hey yo, pump shotgun and the assault rifle. And option 3, we got the marksman rifle, the pistol, and the Tommy gun. What do you think? What do you think? I think that probably because this community has an unhealthy obsession with the assault rifle, I would imagine that this one is probably option 2 is going to win at a rate of like around 50%, probably. But option 3 is not to be scoffed at. Option 3 is very decent because in option 2 here, you've got some close range, actually 3 close range in here, and one that has close to mid range. But in here, you've got marksman rifle where you've got the long range. And again, don't scoff on the starter pistol. Even in the golden version, it can destroy you if you aim for it. Option 1 for my stats. I mean, some people are obsessed with the double barrel vandal meta kind of stuff. Here, you've got a healthy thing with the hunting rifle at long range, the double barrel close range, the dual SMGs at close range, and the dual crossbows at whatever you feel like, because it can still destroy you, but you gotta aim it. That's the cost of the dual crossbows. You gotta make sure that both your shots land. So, I don't know. However you feel about it, community. I'd say probably the option 2 is going to win, but just because the assault rifle is there. But I would say that's probably not the smartest choice. If you want to have some versatility inside your weapon choices, option 1 and option 3 are definitely the ones that you might consider, and not option 2, because option 2, it's going to be close combat fights all week. Just saying. All right, let's get to continue. All right. Absence has a point. I don't want to get Diab spam. No one wants to get Diab spam. Do I have the screenshot? Do I have a screenshot for this? No. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, I don't think I have it added either way, but because Diab spam is mentioned, I don't think that it's written anywhere. Okay, but Tobias was in my chat last week, and we asked him, hey, Tobias, how do you feel about people reporting people for Diab spamming? Here was his answer. It's not against the in-game rules. Doesn't mean that that it can't be taken as offensive. I will always take Diab spamming as an insult, because it's meant to be an insult, the same way that teabagging is. I'm not going to go through the morals of this. I just wanted to remind everyone that people going like, I'm going to report you for Diab spamming, you're not going to get any action that's going to be taken from this, unless you got like something else that's spicy and insulting that goes along with it. It's Diab spamming is not against the in-game rules. There was a discussion about it in Bloodhunt chat, and no one said anything about it. No mod wanted to like go inside there and remind people that it's not against the in-game rules, but I got Tobias here. I just wanted to like do a little reminder to everyone about this. I forgot to add it to my news. There you go. I am not promoting Diab spamming. Absolutely not. But it's meant to be insulting. It's meant to be insulting, and you need to make a little moral choice about that inside your head. Just know that if you're Diab spamming me, you are effectively insulting me, and I will take it as is. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. Anyways, sorry, getting sidetracked. I don't want to do this. We can talk about that later. In terms of events that we got, well, we had fashion victims, the winter wear. Sorry, I just got that covered. The winter wear theme was won by Shandi with the Frost Hunter outfit that we've got here. So congratulations to Shandi. The numbers were really close. I have to say, I'm really happy that I reminded people that there were some possible options that were there. We had some really good choices in there, and I could tell by the way that people voted. And yeah, there were 3 of the 6 outfits that were really like neck and neck in terms of numbers. This one managed to peak its head just a little bit of a peak over the other ones. So that was really good outfit. I imagine like I could probably like take a screenshot of this, like replicate it and like upload it in better resolution than what was there. But anyways, we're gonna go along with that. So fashion victims. Next one should be coming soon. I was among the 6 finalists. I'm proud of my fashion sense. Hey. That's good. So I wanted to mention, I don't have anything necessarily to show about this, but there was the 12 Nights of Bloodhunt, a Yule quest that happened, that finished a few weeks earlier. Now, the winners, there was no list of winners, but there were some winners for the different prizes, and all of them got the secret prize. Now, we didn't know exactly what that was. We knew that there was a secret icon and banner that was going to be given to anyone who participated, and that was released. And Meriden said that he asked for the silliest icon and banner that the community managers had in the game files, if possible, and they delivered. They absolutely delivered. This is the icon, and this is the banner. So, we knew that it was going to be a brand new icon and banner that was never seen before, and all you had to do was to participate in the event to get those. Now, nothing's to say that it will not be available anytime in the future, right? Remember, for this event, that there was also the crow icon and banner that Meriden used in his first community quest that he brought back for a certain number of people for this quest event that he put together with Supernova. So there's nothing to say that this icon and banner of this dapper duck will not come back again. So keep your eyes on the community event news inside the Bloodhunt Discord, or also on this news, to know when, if ever, it's going to be coming back. Yeah, I know. After seeing it, people were just like, wait, what? What? We could have this duck? It's freaking cute. I love this. Dapper Duck, aka Double D's. You know, if I had a quote function on my chat, Kate, that would certainly make it. I would certainly record that. But it's okay. I just said it live here, so it's in the recording. There you go. It's there for eternity. It's there forever. And another thing, little detail, inside the Bloodhunt Discord Secrets channel, question by Ronnie, asking, out of curiosity, do you know how many people have been bestowed the honor of donning the duck? Supernova's answer was 21 people in total. So it's now one of the rarest cosmetics that we currently have in the game is the duck and the duck icon and banner. So it's not the rarest. There are some rarest, but yeah, what the duck? So keep an eye if ever it's going to be coming back. As you know, I'm there with the news. I'm going to let you know if ever that's going to be coming back. In the meantime, there is an event. Now, these are events that have finished now. There's some. I'm surprised that you didn't even go for that Scarecrow. Honestly, that was your second chance to get a crow icon and banner, and you didn't even try. You should try, man. Next time it's gonna be available, you should go for it. All right. What's currently happening in the events? Oh, you didn't know, Scarecrow? Well, maybe there's someone's news stream that you should be following once in a while, every week, every Saturday, 11 a.m. And also, it's on my YouTube. Anyways, so we have a new event that just started. 26. When was that? Yesterday. Oh god. Okay. It's called Groundhog's Night. It's an event that I did. So, what we have here, what it says here, it's Groundhog's Night, where fights keep repeating in Prague. Replicate your battles 3 times in a row. Well, actually, it's not in a row, okay? That's a mistake. That was originally, that was part of my original text, and I forgot to remove it. It's 3 times in Bloodhunt for a better chance of winning. There's a bonus fashion entry, and it ends on February 11th. There's form and details. I'm just gonna copy the form here because I know some people don't have Twitter and don't have Discord or whatever, so the link is there. That is the link for the form. So, how exactly does this work? Well, you know about Groundhog's Day, right? You know about the movie with Bill Murray, where he keeps reliving the same day of Groundhog's Day over and over and over and over again. Well, that made me think of Bloodhunt, right? We're living, technically, according to lore, we're living the same night over and over and over again, even though some time passes. Every time that we load inside the game, inside the map of Prague, it is the night. It is a specific night in question. So yeah, what's your objective here? You have to submit 3 matches that you've played in solos and or duos mode, and those matches have to be, you have to get the same placement, anything over rank 15, and with the same number of kills, and you play on the same archetype. Example here: if you play solo match and you reach rank 12 or 42 in a match with 4 kills on Vandal, then you have to try to submit 2 other matches with the same exact result of reaching rank 12 with 4 kills on Vandal. 3 different matches, but with the same kind of result. And I've added, if you scroll down here in the rules, if you can't manage to get 3 similar matches, because I know for some people it's going to be really hard to do, even though you have 2 weeks to do it. For some people it's going to be really complicated. You can only submit 2 if ever you want. However, the people that will submit 3 matches will get a better advantage in trying to win the giveaways. And so, also, if you want to get like another chance, I've added a little bonus entry. To celebrate the spirit of the Groundhog, upload a screenshot of your best in-game brown-colored outfit, and you can claim 1 more entry in the giveaway. So, all of this is to gain entries in the giveaway, because at the end, all of this is just you people that qualify, all your name is in a hat, and I pull some names out of the hat. We've got 3 winners that will be drawn at random, and it's going to be their winner's choice. You get to choose one of either the Fiercely Loyal outfit, the Lupin outfit, Fluorophore tattoo, or the Fuchsia finish makeup. It's up to your choice. But yeah, that's how it works. Can I enter if I get eaten by a shark 3 times? Well, if you do that, but you're over rank 15, I guess it counts. So it's 3 games with the same results? Yes, basically. Same results of, and I specifically said the number of kills and the same archetype. 20 kills with the exact same damage, go to the extra mile. See, that's the thing, okay? So that's the thing, Serial, because basically, like, a lot of you will probably notice that this whole thing is basically a Kindred challenge. If people remember the Kindred challenges I used to post last summer. It's basically a Kindred challenge, but I've added a few little twists. I'm trying to not make it too hard because that was the main feedback that I got for the Kindred challenges, is that a lot of them were too hard and you had to be a master at the game in order to try to compete for those events that I'm trying to make. The thing is, in my defense, there were other people that were supposed to put out some other activities at the same time that were going to be like a lot easier than what I was trying to do, and I was challenging basically the people that are at the top of the community and are bored. So I was just like, how about some few little interesting challenges, try to have some fun in the play style, happens once in a while, you can get some prizes and all of that. So, you know, that was the idea. Unfortunately, what happened was for a very long while, there was no other or very little events that were happening for the community. And I was there with some really hard challenges and was leaving a majority of the population that was trying to play Bloodhunt with nothing really that they could obtain or they could try to reach. So that's why I've got, you know, the criteria is still hard, but at the same time, giving you an out, giving you an extra entry that's a little bit fashion victims kind of thing, send in a screenshot, still get an extra chance. It's there for you. But there you go. It's the kind of thing that I was planning on doing, but never got to when I said I'm going to bring the Kindred challenges back at some point, but going to like add some little twists to it to go with the feedback that people have been giving me. That's what I got. Anyways, that's a little event that's already started. It's going to follow through. It's going to go through Groundhog's Day on February 2nd. And it's going to end on February 11th. So there you go. Now, the big thing that I want to talk about. Oh, by the way, this is posted on my Twitter, on my Discord, in the Bloodhunt Discord, in the community events channel of Discord, where every community event should be happening. So go on the Bloodhunt Discord and find all your information there. Now, the main thing that I want to talk about, take a sip. My stomach's not liking this. Okay. It goes like, wow, I'm warm. You're putting something that's really cold inside of me. I'm gonna give you cramps right now. You go like, stomach, I hate you. This is not the time. Also, probably not the best choices for me, but we're moving along. So I want to talk about the FUNament. So the FUNament that happened on January 20th, the results and the feedback. So as Far posts in here on her tweet, it's also in the community events channel in the Bloodhunt Discord if you want the links to all of this. As she says, we are planning on major changes. Please take some minutes to give us feedback. It's anonymous. You can leave your name. Feel free if you want to. So you've got the links. You've got the feedback form that is right there. So we're going to look at what she writes in here, and then I have a few extra things to add. So the results that we've got, some numbers: 413 enemies were killed in total, 212 assists, 144 is the kill rate's winning score, 88 was the average score, 54 prizes were given out. 54 prizes! We had 15 participating teams, 30 players, 9 teams participated in the kill race, and there was 1 draw. Yeah, okay, some words. First of all, the participation reward will be available for future FUNaments. Do I have it here? I am going to bring it up here so you know exactly what I'm talking about. If I have it in my things, where is it? I've got too many things. I forgot to pull this out. Dark Angel and Iron Will. There we go, the participation reward. There you go. Dark Angel icon and Iron Will banner. This is the participation reward prize that you get just for signing up and joining in the FUNaments. So this thing It's the second time that it was available for people to get, and it's going to continue being available through the FUNaments in the future. Signing up is not mandatory to participate. However, if you stream and you want to be shown on the FUNament stream, a sign up is required, because there were some people and there was some feedback about some people going like, show up my stream, show my stream, show my stream. Yeah, but you got to sign up in advance, because we have a few things that we have to do in the background beforehand in order to be able to show you. This time we've changed the rules for kill race. We had the feeling that this change could have been communicated more clearly, because some people didn't sign up. We're used to have a certain amount of people sign up for the FUNaments, and we've got like ups and downs, and it's normal. But this one, we had significantly less people signing up for this event, and we think that it's because when the first picture was put out there, it was written melee only, so people thought it's a melee only event, I'm not gonna sign up. We think that that was the main reason. Currently seeing in the feedback that it seems to have been true, that some people, at least for the people that are doing the feedback, by the way, you can still fill in the feedback form as I'm talking. We're gonna be talking about this like during the weekend, but there's still time if ever you got some feedback to give us. There we go. So yeah, we feel that could have communicated more clearly that for everyone else that was not a part of the kill race, they could have played whatever they wanted and get some prizes. But some people, we feel, that didn't sign up because they saw melee only, they didn't like that, so they abstained. Next FUNament, we can guarantee an event on February 24th. Mark that on your calendars. But we might host another FUNament much earlier, depending on your feedback. That's why I'm saying there's still time to give your feedback right now to fill in the form, because yeah, we're going to make the decision. I think this weekend we're going to make the decision of exactly what's going to happen with the next FUNament. As we are planning to make FUNaments accessible for everyone, there might be major changes, so please take a few minutes to answer the questions below. There you go. The results of the kill race. In first place, we had Nevi and Minslice. Second place, Hydra Joshua and Sea Almighty. Third place, Neor Young and Did Shadik. And if you want to see the full results, there's links for that. Closest to average, we had Supernova and Kilroy. We had the tie of Shalazar, Game Over, and Dan de la Cruz and Queen Pancake. In third place, we got Mr. and Mrs. Enterprise. In fourth, we had Subatan and Violet Kata. And fifth, Don't Do This and Tobias. And yeah, you can see the results here. The random winning team that was taken at random, I don't think that was announced, but it was Ace and Shenanigans and Hooligan who won the random prizes. And if you want to check out the prizes are here. So yeah, the questions that we got. Are you a participant that watched the stream? That's still normal. How easy was it to sign up and submit the scores? The feedback that I'm currently seeing is that for some people, it's still a struggle to submit the scores or to figure out exactly what we mean when we say the amount of real people that were inside your match, despite even the fact that when there was the field to fill in, and I added even the link to go like, click here for the video that shows you where to go. We have to make that even more clear. Mr. Melee! No! I was super expecting you to be there. I was super expecting to be there. No! Dude! I know you signed up and you forgot? No! Damn it! No, you would have been. You've had all the prizes I just forgot. Ah. Yeah, then, by the way, okay, and for the people that don't necessarily know, okay, Nevi, as most of you know, Nevi has been winning a lot, and in that regard, whenever Far has to contact Nevi about his prizes, it's basically been like, hello Nevi, who do you want your prizes to go to? And Nevi is basically distributing his prizes to different people inside the community. So In case you might feel that, oh, Nevi wins a lot, what happens to his prizes? He keeps giving his prize. No. His prizes are given to other people inside the community because Nevi is a good guy. And we've, like, Far and myself, we've always done that. Whenever there's some people that win multiple times, we go like, okay, do you want to give the prize to someone else? Like, do you want to distribute it yourself? Do you want us to contact different people so we can give them the prize? It's like saying, hey, Nevi's giving you this, like, for example. Not the participation prize of the kill race banner. Yeah. Just the cosmetics, okay? For the rest of the thing, the kill race banner and the participation prize, these are like, you have to join in and you have to get that stuff. So, like, in case some people like might have some criticism about this, don't worry, like, we know we're taking care of this. Okay, so going through the forum, here's the new stuff. What day would be ideal for you to participate or watch regardless of time zone? And then we have different times of day during the weekend, going from Friday to Sunday. Which one would be the best for you, regardless of your time zone? And then what time zone do you live in? And then we got different options there. So it's going to let us know exactly which time zones or which moments of the day or of the weekend would be good for different people. And then we're going to see what kind of result emerges from this. We still got the question about about the options, about the rewards. I saw that a lot of people say that they would like to see more tokens as prizes. So I think that there's something that's currently being done about this. Should we keep melee only for kill race? Basically, it's a bunch of questions. We just want to see how you feel about all of this. Were you under the impression that the entire FUNament was melee only? Was a big question that I wanted to make sure that everyone had. We kept the prize pools separated. Should we keep it that way? That would mean the kill race participants should not win in the average category. Different opinions about this are emerging from this. And also the big question. Nope, nothing's being done. It's already finished. Far, don't troll. And yeah, what game mode should be played in the next FUNament? Solo, duo, trio. I'm hoping that very, very soon there will be other options of game modes that will be added there soon. Just saying. And where we can improve. And remember that all of this is anonymous. Now, in terms of this, I have access to the feedback. I want to address a few things personally. I saw the thing about how the rules apparently were not clear enough for some people. Okay. I got the feedback that some prizes weren't clear enough for some people. They weren't explained properly. Okay, I get it. Like both in the way that we write it, the way that we present it, the way that I've been showing it on stream. Good. We'll work on that. Some people, and now, now this is the part where I'm doing like my own little thing, being on my soapbox, everyone. So, there's some people that have been asking for a more democratic way to allow screen time for everyone who submits to have their stream shown. More specifically for some people, some took offense that Nevi was being shown way too much compared to other people. That's not everyone that said that, but some people specifically mentioned that. I want to defend myself a little bit, okay? I want to explain a little bit what's happening in the background. And I know that after writing all of these notes, it's been like, wow, dude, that's a lot of excuses. Just do your job better. I get it. But let me explain. First of all, we don't promise screen time at all. It's a chance to be featured. The reasons why that is, it's going to be clear in a second. I would love to have a production crew working with me for the same salary that I'm being paid to do this. And I would love to make sure to keep the stream entertaining at the same time as possible. Unfortunately, what I'm doing whenever I'm doing those streams is I'm flying by the seat of my pants. So doing the whole production at the same time, I'm doing the best that I can to prepare before. But whenever I'm showcasing other streams, like I'm not gonna spend time showcasing people that are just like, you know, doing the running around at the beginning of the game, grabbing the elements to get the loadout. For some people, it's very quick, but for most people, that's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. That's boring. I'm gonna go for the entertaining stuff. Well, what I will feature is the fights, the end of a match. Whenever I see a zone that's closing, where there's going to be the possibility of action, like you go on the stream, you see that there's people moving around. Okay, there's gonna be a fight preparing. That's the part that's entertaining. I'm gonna be focusing on that, because well, I mean, there's a huge factor of timing that counts in there as well. The perfect moment that I can refer to this is when everyone, like there was a moment in the FUNament where everyone's streams had ended, everyone's match had ended or was starting, and everyone, like except like one stream, everyone was on a loading screen either in or out of Prague. Like, which stream am I gonna go to? Like the last one that is still active, whatever's happening on this, and it's like there's nothing much that I can do about that. And yeah, so in regards to that, my rule is I will always go towards whatever has the best potential of entertainment that I can see on my end. Like, it doesn't have to be like only fights. Is the potential of a fight, is the potential of like something happening. So right now with the production crew that I have, this is it. I can't necessarily go with a system of tracking everyone's screen time and making sure that everyone has an equal amount of screen representation. Like, I can't host and keep tabs on all of that time at the same time. Like, if it does like it can happen, you know, that everyone has an equal amount of screen time. If it does, like it's happened in the past, it's been like serendipity. Like, it's not by design, it's just because it happens because of the right timing. I wasn't doing this with the intention of featuring one streamer over the other. It's always been whenever I have the option to go to another stream, what do I have? I'm always looking at the like at the top right, just to see like the kill feed, just to see the eliminations, how many people are still there, what are they exactly doing, what's happening on their screen. You have to zoom in on these things real quick to go from one place to the other, to go like what's going to be the most entertaining thing. Now, on the specific topic of Nevi, every time that I've casted a FUNament and Nevi's been there and he's been streaming, I've tried, really, it's been a conscious decision to do as much as possible to not feature Nevi. I always go to all the other people before going to Nevi, because the guy already streams frequently. He does not need more exposure than he currently has. Like, he is like a legend inside of like the Bloodhunt community. Everyone knows Nevi, except for the one guy this week that was just like, "What's your in-game name, man? I'm gonna destroy you." It's like, my name's Nevi. Pleased to meet you. So that was really funny. But Nevi is always like, whenever I'm looking at things, Nevi's always my last option to go to when there's nothing going on. But also when nothing else is going on and he's doing entertaining things, yeah, I kind of have to show him, like, until the time is right to showcase some other stream. Like, I'm not gonna switch like from his streams like mid-action because someone else is doing something entertaining that I'm seeing on my other screen. And that applies to like every other streamer that's featured. So so that's my reasoning on my soapbox. That's me defending myself. Even though it's just like, you know, it's a lot of justification for the casting choices that I've been making. But with that being said, We'll pay attention to make the rules clearer. We'll explain the prize pool more clearly. And yes, like I said, there's going to be some tweaks that are going to be made for the prize pool for the next event. Mostly the tokens. And next time that I'll be the caster for FUNament, I'll try and make sure that everyone has equal screen time. But again, like, keep that in mind. I can't guarantee anything, but I will make a conscious effort to, like, I've always done that in the past. It's just that in this one specifically, I only had a few choices to go with, and yeah, probably could have featured more people. I'll admit that. Could have featured some of the other streams more, but, you know, I'm not necessarily going to stay on the people that are going to be like talking about Pal World while playing Bloodhunt. I'm not interested in having that discussion on the Bloodhunt channel, if you understand what I'm saying, you know? So, yeah, exactly. Which brings me to exactly what I have in my notes. I've said that during the FUNament. If anyone's interested in casting for the FUNaments, you want to give it a shot, feel free to contact Fard. She'll be happy to have a chat with you. I said it at the FUNament. Like, I haven't really had any negative comments about me specifically casting. Whenever we had some negative comments when we had like the other people that have tried to cast, yeah, the comments like came in like there was no mistake about like how people felt about certain people. But I've been getting the feeling that at this point, like, there's got to be some people out there that are got to be tired of seeing me, or like tired of my shtick, or would like to like see someone else. At this point, you know, a little variety. I've offered it to Far. Like, even Far was surprised that I was suggesting to like maybe find someone else. I'm just like, yeah, we should. Like, there's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be happening, and maybe at some point people are gonna be tired of seeing me and seeing my expressions, and you know. See, that's the other problem, Serial, is that you still have to adhere to certain rules and guidelines, especially if you're gonna be like on the Bloodhunt channel. Like, if the event is hosted on your channel or someone else's channel, that's not a problem. It's got to be like on the Bloodhunt channel. So at the same time, even though it's a community thing, you're kind of by proxy representing. So, gonna blow into the mic the whole time. Yeah, mouth breather stream. Okay. Holy shit, he's one shot, get him. That would be funny though. I would also like be willing to go with a co-streamer even at some point. That would be good. Shared a little bit of the production capabilities as well. That'd be great. But anyways, so like I said, the next FUNament is announced for February 24th. We might have one a little bit sooner. Far and I will be talking about it this weekend, I think. So there's still time to give us the feedback for it. So, hold on. Let me just... Where is it? So, wait. Actually, I should just grab it from here. Copy link. There you go. Boom. Here's the link if you want to give some feedback. We're still looking at the results. And yeah, I think we're going to be talking about it this weekend. That being said, I'm sorry. This has been like a long little thing that I really need to say. What else do we have? Okay, we've got a few things. Oh, I've completely forgot to make a note of this, but it's gonna be live. And I realized that I have another thing that's not there. Okay. A co-caster would be good. Switch POVs too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a thing that we could do. Gotta have it set up though. I don't remember if I actually talked about this. I probably didn't. I don't think I have. There's a little bit of oh, sorry, I forgot to post it here. There's a little bit of Bloodhunt lore with some with some Maia lore, specifically about the possibility of her like maybe spiraling down. Maybe our character we would have had a we would have had a little bit of a tragic story going on with Maia moving forward if they had continued with, you know, the ability to add quests in the game. Yeah, it would have been very interesting. Again, I'm not going to spoil everything because I'm just, you know, it's a minute or 2 minute video that's usually in there. So you can figure, you can just like take a look at it for yourself. But I always find those very interesting. And the other one that I forgot to add there is the final episode of the Bloodhunt lore series. So basically it's the last lore reveal of, you know, they promised us like a long time ago, they promised that they would share like their plans for what their plans were for the lore. And they're ending with a bang with Clan Malkavian. How were they going to bring Malkavians inside of Bloodhunt, how they would be inserted inside of Prague. And there's a very, very interesting bit of information in there. I hope that with that thing being said, and with that being the last lore reveal, I hope that our own lore expert, our lore daddy, Meriden, is going to now be making some interesting video that's going to let's say, how can it like recontextualize, like take all of those little videos, take all of those little video stories and like give us a little bit like, okay, well, he's talking about the how do you call it, the circulatory system that's happening in Prague with the slaughterhouse, and you can see some of it in the harbor part. Like what exactly is that all about? Like I'd love for Meriden to like to get those videos out, to go like when he's talking about this, like about the blood trade and all of this that's happening in Prague and all of those weird things that you're seeing, like there is some lore in there. It just need like Meriden to kind of like explain all of that stuff. Something about running into entity camp and using fists. Oh, okay. That's a thing. So here's the, I forgot to post it here. Boom, the Malkavian clan. There we go. And of course, like it's the last time that they're doing a little thumbnail with Martin having a little fun with there. He's okay, by the way. He's always been okay with that sort of stuff. It's good. It's good fun. It's all in good fun. So yeah, if Meriden's out there, I'm waiting. If not, I might actually consider maybe reviving my idea of a talk show with Meriden, so we can be talking about lore on stream and all of this, and maybe do a podcast. I don't know, maybe. I've got some other stuff in the meantime. Another thing that is related to the Bloodhunt. I said I was going to mention it once in a while when it's going to be relevant to people inside the inside of Bloodhunt, but I'm just going to mention Exoborne. Exoborne, right now they've got this ARG called Rehack, where they're discovering different things, or they're doing little activities, or trying to decipher, and then try to decipher what the community managers put there for them, and then they get like little reveals, little videos that are shown at the end of the sleuthing, the internet sleuthing. This time for the ARG, Meriden mentioned to everyone that the Hatch cult has transcended the borders of Bloodhunt. There was a little bit of text that was in there. Here it is, as I'm showing you here, where there's reference here of Prague, reference to Prague, and reference to a Hatch cult. Actually, several references of a Hatch cult and Prague. Very interesting. So, if you don't know, it's an in-joke for specifically the people that are inside the Bloodhunt Secrets channel. Hatch cult is watching you, exactly. So if you don't remember, I'm just gonna give you like just a quick explanation of this. Inside the Elysium basement, you have Omnis. Behind him, in one of the alcoves, there is an inscription on the wall. It seems like a coded message. Turns out that in three different walls inside of the in-game map of Prague, there are 3 walls that have some stuff written in it. There's basically parts of a key. Those 3 parts, when you bring them together, they are able to make you unlock the secret message, the encrypted message that is there on the wall behind Omnis, and basically reveal that a message that there was someone called Edvin that was apparently living in a secret bunker underneath of Prague, and it said, if you could find my hatch, you can find me. And so it led to us, the community, and especially the secrets community, for weeks and weeks and weeks to try to find where the damn hatch was inside the map of Prague. We got some hints. Finally, at some point, we managed to find it. We know that we know that the hatch is just basically a texture. It cannot be opened. So it's just in lore that there is a bunker underneath Prague, but we found the hatch. But it led to a weird kind of meme situation inside the Bloodhunt Secrets channel where we're suddenly talking about praise the hatch, revere the hatch, and all of this, and therefore a hatch cult started to blossom out of nowhere. It's basically like a Bloodhunt meme. Some people have their name inside the Bloodhunt Discord like changed so they reflect that they are a part of the hatch cult, and it's been like that for many months. So it's a part basically. Cereal, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Backside of the antenna, no, you can't interact with that one. So backside of antenna, wait, I don't think I remember that one. Is that where the Easter egg was being hidden? Anyways, gotta look at that later. So yeah, there's a few places where the texture of the hatch was inside the game, but there is a specific place where it is, and the clues are there if ever you want to find the hatch, if you want to join the search for the hatch. Many people know where it is, but if ever you want to find it by yourself, there are some clues inside the Bloodhunt Secrets channel. Just type in there, say you're looking for the hatch, and there's plenty of people that will try to help you. But yes, it's basically a meme, the same way that sharks are related to Bloodhunt, the same way that pineapples are related to Bloodhunt. It's just a part of the meme culture of this community. And last but not least, I would say that I was going to mention this whenever it was going to be relevant. Bloodlines 2 revealed a little dev diary talking about visceral immersive combat. Now, let me post the link here. The interesting thing is that we've known about Bloodlines. They've been revealing some things about Bloodlines, yada yada. That's very interesting. But the main thing that people have been wanting to see about Bloodlines 2 is how does the gameplay look? What is the gameplay loop? How are you going to navigate the streets? Because people want to know, how is Bloodlines 2 a successor to the original Bloodlines? The original Bloodlines, as many people will tell you, in development, it was a clusterfuck, to say the least. It's still playable these days because of a community-made patch that exists out there. But in order to get into Bloodlines 2, people want to make sure that it's a very good spiritual successor and that the gameplay is kind of the same, or at least imitates it, or, you know, people are very scared because this has been the original Bloodlines was made so long ago. Bloodlines 2 is now in modern times. The technology and demands and the way that development works is entirely different from what it used to be. So what is it going to be in modern times? People are waiting. So they said in January, they're going to talk about the gameplay. So here they're talking about the combat. More specifically, they're talking about 3 main gameplay styles that are going to happen inside Bloodlines 2. First of all, Strategic Stalker. Basically, if you want to like understand it in more like vampire like terms, Nosferatu. Stealth, strike when the time is right. That's the kind of stuff that happens. Second playstyle, Action Brawler. Basically, they say the Brujah clan will shine in this. So, go straight into the action, rely on fast reflexes and combat skills. They mention action brawling games like God of War, Shadow of Mordor, and Elden Ring. That kind of stuff. And there's also the third playstyle, which is Narrative Adventurer. Basically, they say, we envisioned that a core of the Bloodhunt 1 fans identify with this playstyle and also fan of the Chinese Room's titles to date. We're making sure the gameplay pillar doesn't add action at the detriment of these important players. So, for the people that want to do the narrative playstyle, there is a playstyle for you. The people that want to do the stalking in the shadows, or like they say, Dishonored series, the stealth focus builds in Fallout or Elder Scrolls games, there is something for you. If you want the action brawler, it's gonna be there. But here's the important part, okay? Here's the important part about all of this. Here's the important part. Next dev diary will be on the third pillar called Exploring the World of Darkness, coming in 2 weeks. Before that, you'll be able to see how everything comes together when we debut our gameplay trailer and deep dive on January 31st. Actual gameplay trailer, deep dive on how all of this goes, January 31st. This upcoming week, like middle of this week. This is gonna happen. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be the first time that we are going to see actual gameplay for this game. I'm prefacing this. Don't worry, I'm getting to a point. Whenever there is gameplay being shown about an upcoming game, the main thing that they're trying to do with the gameplay is to sell the game. It is to make it flashy. It is to make it interesting. It is to make it as interesting to as many people as possible so they can see whenever someone's going to say, like, how does the gameplay work? This is going to be the video that's going to be forwarded to people. This is the video that's going to be in a lot of people's eyes. So to get as many people interested as much as possible in this. And then later on, if you have people that want specific things, that's when they're going to mention, oh, by the way, there's this, oh, by the way, there's that, and then they cater to like things that cater to different kind of play styles or other things. But the big one, the big gameplay reveal is always the flashier one to be made to the grander scale of people. There's some things that maybe an invested community are not going to get necessarily answers to, or like the things that they expect to get, they're maybe not getting the answer. Like, I'm saying this because a lot of big games have been doing this, and sometimes they even put a little warning before that. Specifically, I'm just going to mention one that's been made recently, even though there's like issues about this. There was an announcement for Destiny 2. The next expansion is called The Final Shape, which is supposed to be the big capstone of 7 years of Destiny 2, the big storyline that they've been building up to be. Even though it's supposed to continue after this is supposed to be like the end of a big storyline. And they said, in preface to reveal of the gameplay, or at least the video, like of what's going to be there, like the little video documentary that they're going to do, they said this is the whole point of this video is to appeal to as many people as possible. And we know there are hardcore fans that want to ask like questions about very specific stuff. We're going to talk about that later to you. So it's going to be the same thing here for Bloodlines 2. Specifically, why I'm mentioning this is because they say for the action brawler style, to go straight in the action, rely on fast reflexes and combat skills, any clan can brawl, but this is where the Brujah shine. You'll see them in our January gameplay reveal video. The video is going to be a lot of the action brawler. Fast, punching, dominating close combat, being at the center of the brawl with your abilities, do as much damage as possible. And they acknowledge that this is a playstyle that is at the other extreme of the strategic stalker that waits in the shadows and strikes when it's at the right time. But they're specifically saying that this is going to be this is what you're going to see in the gameplay video. They don't mention that in the other like fighting styles, in the other play styles that we've got here. Only for this one. So that is probably what you're going to see, and that's probably the kind of reaction that you're going to see. A lot of people going like, wait a second, Bloodlines was a strategic stalker with a lot of narrative adventure playstyle that was in there. A lot of dialogue trees like Mass Effect and that kind of stuff. Where is all of that stuff? It's there. It's just not gonna be as featured as the gameplay style of the action brawler. Just so you know. Okay, because I know that's what's going to happen. We know some people are going to go, "Brr, brr, brr, this is not... Vampire the Masquerade is about the tale of personal horror and in politics, and it's the TTRPG. You talk and you do the investigating and you do the stalkering and the you don't go like bam 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 to punch with your fist and do the that kind of reminds me of the people that have been saying shit about like how Bloodhunt shouldn't exist. Some people might remember that. Some people might remember that as soon as a couple of weeks ago when a guy on Reddit was just like putting just all the vile like possible comments about Bloodhunt, about how it shouldn't exist as a TTRPG. Like, we've seen those people come back in a while. So I'm expecting to see the kind of same reaction about Bloodlines 2 whenever that gameplay is going to be revealed on January 31st. Anyways, just wanted to let you know, that's my 2 cents. If ever you see some people that are going to be like talking about this, it's just like, no, there's this article where it talks about like the other things, the other play styles. They're there. It's still going to be there. Don't worry. Your quests are going to be there. It's going to be interesting. One other thing that is very important that I personally like, not necessarily super important, but I like to see. Here's what they say. Visceral combat is a stylistic choice we have made as we believe being a vampire should be a bloody business. Feeding plays a huge role in any vampire story, and we wanted to give you a cool reason to tear out throats in the middle of a fight. Hey, Bloodhunt people, you relate to that, right? As an elder vampire, Fire, that is the name of the protagonist, has become desensitized to violence, and we want the same to happen to the player over the course of the game. Maybe being shocked at the first time they chop someone's head off, but after a while accepting that violent carnage is par for the course when you are a 400-year-old vampire in a city where everyone is out to get you. Totally unapologetic to say like, hey, so the action stuff is gonna be action stuff. We're not gonna be like, let's not break no masquerade necessarily. They're gonna be like, when it's time to fight, it's time to freaking fight. Chop someone's head off. And the person that is there is like an elder, 400-year-old vampire that gets awoken at some point for some reason. We're going to discover it's in the story. But it's still a part of the world of darkness. There's still going to be narrative. There's still going to be some stalking. But at the same time, as you can see, lopping heads off. Woof. Anyways. So, I'm sorry I did this little transition, this little stuff. Don't worry. We're at the part where we ask, what do we expect now? What do we have in store? Well, what we got? We got the Groundhog's Night event that is currently live and runs for 2 weeks. We've got the community vote that is happening tomorrow evening. Make sure to go in the game and lock in your votes. Monday, the 29th, we have the second to last store update inside the game. It's kind of weird that we currently don't have a store update list, because usually they previously announce at the time, either like in a graphic that they put out, or either in the text form, so we know what's going to be a part of the store update. So I don't know, maybe we're going to have it like on Monday when the update goes live. It's never been like that before, so I don't know why it went differently. Also on Monday or Sunday evening late for the people in NA, let's say. We're gonna have the gold SMGs, the gold dual SMGs are gonna be added to the game. And then for that week, I mean, there's gonna be the Bloodlines 2 gameplay reveal, of course, but specifically for Bloodhunt, there's a new community quest that will start later this week. I've been asked to help with it. I'm very happy to see what people are going to be thinking about it. I'm excited to see what people are going to be saying about it, because I hope that the people that are behind it will be given a taste to continue further enterprises such as this one. Look forward to this little community quest coming soon in your direction. And it's thematic too. I have been Far knows what I'm talking about, yeah. I have been, as you know, I've been cooking many things for with different people inside the community. So I expect an announcement this week. Maybe more coming if I don't get all the events happening in time. Like, honestly, okay, if I'm going to be like totally honest with you, I've been working 10-hour work shifts every day for all week this week. There's only so much that I can do. I thought I was going to get like more done this week. So maybe it's not going to be like a big major announcement that I'm going to be doing this week that I think I was like, that I really want to be doing. Maybe it's going to be a little bit like, it's going to be like a hot mess, and it's going to be disorganized announcement all over February. But at this point, I just want to get the ball rolling on all those events, and that's what matters. Maybe I'm not gonna have everything in time on like that one big reveal, but you know, we're gonna have to deal with it. However, one thing that's for sure is on February 2nd, like I said at the FUNament, February 2nd, big day, Twitch drops that we currently have expire. The new Twitch drops series comes in, and also it's going to be the beginning of my month-long subathon that I'm going to be doing for February, and it'll start with a full day stream on February 2nd, which is my birthday. So more details to follow about this. I don't know if I'm going to have like time to announce it in advance. Like I said, right now my life is incredibly hectic right now, especially work life. But definitely on that day, I'm going to have like sub incentives, bits incentives, some realistic ones. By the way, thank you. There's some people that have been offering some really cool ideas for me to do about certain things to do on stream. Thank you. I think I'm going to have like a really full day full of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we got this week. I hope that I will be announcing a lot of cool, interesting things very soon. I don't know. Now, here's the other thing. Because of the subathon that I'm going to be doing on Friday, February 2nd, I don't know if I'm going to be doing the news on next Saturday, because I don't know in what state I will be, and if I even have time to prepare for the news. So if ever there's going to be news next weekend, it's probably going to be on Sunday. Okay, I'm gonna confirm. I'm gonna play it by ear and see what happens. But let's just say that probably Sunday is gonna be like the day that I'm gonna do next news recap. Yeah. So that's what I got right now this week. I know this was a lot of information. There's a lot of also soapbox explaining and all that sort of stuff. But at this point, you know me, you know what I do. So that's what it's going to be. That's it for us here in the for the Bloodhunt news recap. If you are live on Twitch, please remain here. I'm just gonna be ending the recording. For the people on YouTube, hey, follow my socials, follow my Twitter, follow my everything. And yeah, get ready. There's gonna be stuff happening for sure in February. Gonna get the ball moving. Want to make sure that we got some nice things all the time. Some events happening all the time. Moving on forward right now. Still in talks with some of the community managers to see what we can come up with. And yeah. In the meantime, that's it for us here. Be kind to each other and to yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.